So here it is, my finished saltwater tank. Now before you say anything, just remember this is not your typical saltwater tank. This is a freshwater. You can see the freshwater filter in there, which I have turned into a saltwater. So the water is salt, the ground, the substrate, that is the aquarium sand. We have live rocks. It can still be used as a saltwater. It's at least less expensive way. There's no sump at the bottom, nothing to refill, and the only difference is that you're probably cleaning it a bit longer. It's not as pristine looking. This is not something I would do for a client, as obviously you want something that's going to look sparkling and fresh and probably not take as much maintenance as this. But this is mine, and this is what I have decided to put in it. As you can see down there, this is one of my seahorses. And behind that, he's blending right in with the rock. I don't know if you can see him moving. He's red and white. There he goes. That is a Scooter Blenny. We've actually decided to call him Scooter. Just so much imagination here. And there's my seahorse again. And the other one, there she is. She's up here just hanging around on the heater. And actually, at this point, I can't tell which one is male and which one is female. The female will have a smaller stomach than the male because they're just like kangaroos. The male will carry babies in their pockets. And the rumor had it when I bought them that there may be some babies here someplace. So it's quite possible we may have some more news in the next few weeks. So that's those two. Down here we have my newest piece of coral. We've got some mushrooms over here. We have some buttons in there. At the back is the frog spawn. And somewhere also in here we have a peppermint shrimp. He's rather tiny, but we'll see if I can find him. Also gives you a bit more view of the workings. This right here is a power head. There's two in this tank, and they help circulate the water. That's one of the biggest things about a saltwater. Because of the ocean fish that go in it, you just make sure your water is always circulating. There's lots of air. And I'm still looking for my shrimp in there. So while we're doing that, let's discuss seahorses a bit before you rush out and decide you want these. Oh, there's my crab hiding in the coral. He's just on the back there. Seahorses need a little bit of extra care. You cannot put them in with other fish, as they are very slow eaters. And because of that, they would never get any food. The fish would eat it before they had a chance. They also need to be fed at least 3 times a day. And the reason being is because they have no stomachs. So they're really not storing any food. It's just literally going right through them, and they're just getting the nutrition as it goes in. They are fed mishi shrimp. That's their main diet. That is the best nutritional for them. You can feed them brine shrimp, but it's not going to do them any good. For us, it would just be like eating potato chips. We're eating, we're getting full, but there's no nutritional value there at all. And I was really hoping I could find my peppermint shrimp, but I don't seem to see him anywhere. He could be molting. He's done that a couple of times now. And when they do this, they tend to hide until their shells strengthen. But the one thing, the coolest thing about having a marine reef tank, which is what this is marine would be fish, rocks, and coral, where fish and rock is simply that, fish and rock. This is the cool thing about it. Watch the change when I change the light color. And there you go. I don't know if you can see it. This looks like a whole different one. The corals suddenly become almost fluorescent. There's the fluorescent pink or red. There's the greens. There's the green back there. And that is the difference, because all I did was I turned off the white light and left the blue LED light on. And there it is again. We're going to leave that on a little longer because they still have to be fed one more time, and I don't want to confuse them and think that it's time for bed. Here's my crab again. You can see him a little bit more now. He's He's playing in the corals, but he shouldn't bother the corals too much. I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to do there. And I guess we're not going to have any luck finding that shrimp. The shrimp is called peppermint shrimp, basically because that's what it looks like. Candy cane. It's rather small, and it's red and white striped. And yes, I have a cat here bothering me. What do you want, kitty? What do you want? You want to go see? Yeah, okay. So that is my newest thing, and I can guarantee you it won't be the last.